Hello, and welcome back to Daily English Practice, the podcast where we break down language barriers one conversation at a time. I'm Mark.
And I'm Sarah. Today, we're tackling one of the most requested and, honestly, most anxiety-inducing topics we've ever covered: how to crack the English visa interview.
Absolutely. Whether you're applying for a student visa, work visa, tourist visa, or residency, that final interview in English can feel like the biggest hurdle. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be scary? What if you could walk in feeling prepared, confident, and ready?
That's exactly what we're going to give you today. This isn't just about memorizing answers. It's about understanding why they ask certain questions, how to structure your responses, and the exact phrases and vocabulary that signal confidence, honesty, and clarity to the officer.
We've broken this down into what we're calling the visa interview script, a step-by-step framework covering everything from the first hello to the final thank you. And we're going to role-play the most critical sections so you can hear how it sounds.
Let's start with the most important thing, the mindset, because how you feel will directly impact how you speak.
Mark, what's the biggest misconception people have about visa interviews?
Oh, easily that it's an interrogation or a test you're meant to fail. People imagine a stern officer trying to trick you or find reasons to say no. That creates instant fear, and fear makes us freeze or speak nervously.
Exactly. Let's reframe this. The visa officer's job is verification, not rejection. They have a checklist. Are you who you say you are? Are your documents real? Do your plans make sense? Do you intend to return home if required? Their goal is to match your words with your paperwork.
Think of it as a professional conversation, not a cross-examination. You're both adults discussing your plans. Your English doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be clear and honest. In fact, speaking slowly and clearly with simple, correct sentences is far better than using complex, nervous, fast English full of mistakes.
One powerful tip. Think of the officer as a helpful guide. They want the process to be smooth too. Your attitude should be cooperative, not defensive. A simple shift from "they're trying to catch me" to "we're reviewing my application together" changes everything.
And that mindset is reflected in your tone, your eye contact, even if it's on video, and your choice of words. Which brings us to our first linguistic tool, the power of the pause.
When you're asked a surprise question in a second language, the panic to answer immediately can lead to, well, which sounds uncertain. Instead, we use buffer phrases.
These are polite, professional phrases that give your brain 2 to 3 extra seconds to think. Let's role play. Mark, you be the officer.
In a neutral, professional tone. What is the purpose of your visit to the United Kingdom?
Calm, measured pace. That's a good question. To be precise, I'm attending a 3-month advanced software engineering course at the University of Oxford, which is detailed in my admission letter.
Did you hear that? That's a good question. To be precise, that's a buffer. It sounds thoughtful, not hesitant. Other excellent buffers are, I'm glad you asked. My main purpose is, actually, that leads directly to my goal, which is, in short, I'm planning to...
Never underestimate the power of pausing to take a small breath before answering. It signals control. Practice saying, "Let me think about that for a second," if you truly need a moment. It's better than silence or filler words.
Section 3, the core question script. Part 1, person and purpose.
Now, let's get into the core script. Interviews typically follow a structure: who you are, why you're going, what you'll do, how you'll support it, and why you'll return. We'll tackle each.
The very first questions are often verification questions. They seem simple but are psychological warm-ups. How you answer sets the tone.
Role play time. Classic opener. Can you tell me a little about yourself?
Warm and concise. Certainly. My name is Sarah Chen. I'm a marketing manager from Kuala Lumpur with 5 years of experience in digital advertising. In a nutshell, I'm passionate about data-driven campaigns, which is directly related to my reason for visiting.
Perfect. Notice what she did. Concise, professional, and linked forward to the purpose. She didn't say, "I was born in, my hobbies are." Keep it relevant. Use phrases like, to give you some background, I'm a, professionally speaking, I've been a for X years.
Next, the purpose question. This is the heart of it. You must be specific, enthusiastic, and tie it to your future. Mark, why do you want to go to Canada?
My primary reason is to pursue a master's in environmental science at the University of Toronto. Specifically, their program in sustainable resource management is world leading and directly aligns with my career goal of working in renewable energy policy back in Malaysia.
Key phrases here are my primary reason is, specifically, directly aligns. This shows clarity of thought. Avoid vague answers like for better education or for tourism. Always add the specific what and why.
Section 4, the core question script, part 2, logistics and finances.
Now they dig into logistics. Where will you stay? How will you finance this? This is where details matter. Your answers must match your documents exactly.
Let's do the finances question, everyone's nerve-wrecker. How will you pay for your studies and living expenses?
I have comprehensive funding in place. To break it down, 60% is covered by my personal savings from my previous job, evidenced in my bank statements. 30% is from a partial scholarship from the university, and the remaining 10% will be supported by my parents, whose financial affidavits are included.
Brilliant. I have comprehensive funding in place is a powerful, confident opener. To break it down shows organization. Use numbers and percentages if you can. It sounds precise. Other great phrases. The financial plan is fully detailed in my documents. In summary, or I've secured funding from multiple sources. Firstly,
And if they ask about a sponsor, my sponsor is my father, John Chen. He is the director of a manufacturing company and has provided his tax returns and a letter of commitment.
always state the relationship, the sponsor's capacity to pay, and point to the evidence. Never just say, my father is paying.
24 minutes and 30 seconds in. Section 5, the core script part 3, the tieback. Why will you return?
This is arguably the most important part for most visas. They need to be convinced you won't overstay.
You must demonstrate strong ties to your home country. The classic question, what guarantees do you have that you will return after your visa expires?
I have several strong professional and personal ties that require my return. Primarily, I have a job waiting for me at my current company, as evidenced by the leave of absence and reemployment letter from my CEO. Furthermore, my family, my parents, and younger siblings all live here, and I have significant property investments in my name. Ultimately, my goal is to use my Canadian education to secure a promotion in my home country's growing green energy sector.
That's a masterclass answer. She used the 3 tie structure: professional, family, future prospect. She used linking words like primarily, furthermore, ultimately. This builds a logical, compelling case.
Other strong ties you can mention are property ownership, a spouse or children staying behind, a family business, enrollment in future studies back home, or a concrete job offer.
Avoid weak ties like I love my country or my family's here. Everyone says that. Be specific and evidence-based. 29 minutes and 10 seconds in. Section 6, handling tricky and unexpected questions.
Sometimes they'll throw a curveball to see how you react. The key is not to panic and not to lie.
Example tricky question. What will you do if your visa application is rejected?
Calmly. While I am confident in my application and have planned thoroughly, I would, of course, respect the decision. I would request the specific reasons for refusal, address any concerns, and reapply when appropriate. However, my focus right now is on presenting my genuine intentions for this visit.
That's perfect. It shows maturity, respect for the process, and redirects to the positive. Another tough one, why didn't you choose a similar course in your home country?
That's a valid point. There are excellent courses locally. However, the specific module on international trade law at London School of Economics is unique and taught by Professor Smith, whose work I followed. This particular specialization is crucial for my desired career path.
The formula, acknowledge, contrast, specify. That's a valid point. However, this particular thing is crucial because if you don't understand a question, never guess. Politely ask for clarification. Use, "Could you please rephrase the question?" Or, "I want to make sure I understand correctly. Are you asking about?"
This shows communication skills, not weakness.
35 minutes and 45 seconds in. Section 8. The nonverbal script. Your body's language.
Your words are 50%. Your nonverbal communication is the other 50%. This is your body's script.
Eye contact. Steady and respectful. If it's a video call, look at the camera, not your own picture. This simulates eye contact.
Posture. Sit straight. Don't slouch. Lean slightly forward to show engagement. Keep your hands visible on the desk or lap, not fidgeting.
The smile. A slight, polite smile in the beginning.